Yo, Shift 100 crew, what is happening? Welcome back to the show where we dissect the builds that break the internet and maybe, just maybe, break a few hearts. Today we are tackling something that is pure sacrilege to some and pure genius to others. We are talking about the legend, the icon, the drift king itself, the 1983 Toyota Corolla GTS, the AE86, the Hachi Roku. But this isn't your granddaddy's tofu delivery car. This one has had its legendary heart, the high-revving 4AGE, ripped clean out. And in its place, silence. Well, almost. This bad boy is now 100% electric. Now hold up, before you light the torches and grab the pitchforks, let's look at the specs on this build, because the way they did this, it's next level. The team behind this didn't just dump a Tesla motor in it and call it a day. They went with a net gain Hyper 9 AC motor. On paper, it's not going to melt your face off. We're looking at numbers that are weirdly familiar to the original car, roughly 120 horsepower. But the real story, the plot twist, is the torque. This electric heart pumps out 173 pound-feet of torque. And the kicker? It's all there, right now, instantaneously. The original 4AGE had to be screaming its lungs out at 9,000 RPM to give you its power. This EV setup delivers peak torque from the second you breathe on the pedal. So, how do they power this silent killer? They've intelligently split the battery packs using modules from a Tesla Model 3. Some are up front, where the engine used to be, and the rest are in the trunk. The result is a car that maintains that legendary 50-50 weight distribution that made the AE86 a drift missile in the first place. But here is the single craziest part of this whole build, the feature that has the entire car community debating. They kept the original 5-speed T50 manual transmission. I know what you're thinking. Shift 100, that's stupid. EVs don't need gears. And you are 100% correct. They don't. The electric motor has such a wide torque band, you could literally just put this car in third gear and drive it all day like a normal, boring, single-speed EV. But the builders knew that the soul of the AE86 wasn't just the engine. It was the engagement. It was the feeling of rowing your own gears. So how does it work? You use the clutch just like you normally would. You use it to select a gear from a stop, and you use it to shift between gears. The only difference is, if you come to a stoplight in third gear and forget to clutch in, the car doesn't stall. It just stops. The motor's fine. But to shift, you need that clutch. You need that mechanical connection. The Motor Trend Review is obsessed with this part. The driving experience is described as this beautifully bizarre hybrid of old and new. You get the analog, unfiltered, lightweight chassis feel of an 80s icon. You get the snick, snick, snick of that classic Toyota shifter. But instead of the 4AGE wail, you get this futuristic, high-pitched electric whine. It's responsive. The instant torque means it feels significantly faster than a stock 86. The pro is obvious. You get the most engaging EV experience possible. You are still the driver. You are still making decisions. The con? Well, the noise, or lack thereof. A massive part of the Hachi Roku's personality was its soundtrack. That's gone. And let's talk range. At about 100 to 120 miles per charge, this is a weekend toy, not a cross-country hauler. It's a compromise. It's an identity crisis in the best way possible. Is this the future? Is this how we save classic cars? I'm torn, team. Part of me misses the noise, the fire, the gasoline, but the part of me that loves engineering and pure driving fun, that part is absolutely fascinated. This build respects the chassis and the driver, even if it ditches the original engine. It's a statement. And hey, speaking of making a statement, if you're enjoying this deep dive, do us a solid and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm gods that we're doing something right, and it helps us bring you more controversial builds like this. This is a car built for engagement, and that's what we are all about. So what's the final verdict? The plus-minus is heavy here. Plus, insane instant torque, perfect 50-50 balance, and the retention of a real manual gearbox for maximum driver fun. Minus, the lack of that iconic engine scream, a limited range that keeps it tethered close to home, and the existential crisis of what an AE86 truly is. It's a beautifully flawed, brilliantly insane piece of engineering. It's the definition of a Shift 100 car. We're the only channel that dives this deep, that debates the soul of the machine, not just the spec sheet. That's why you need to be part of this crew. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, and never miss an episode where we question everything you thought you knew about car culture. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay shifting.